You're about to listen to Whiskey Hell Podcast, a show centered on recent news, excellent craft beer, and absolute debauchery. While the guys are getting ready, you can reach them on Twitter at whiskey_hell. You can also go to the whiskeyhellpod.com or email them at whiskeyhellpod@gmail.com. At the end, be sure to drop them a review as a thank you for the content. Looks like they're ready. Enjoy the show. And listener discretion is advised.
Did that happen?
That has happened.
Oh, all right. This is Whiskey Hell 78.5.
Yes.
So we don't do this very often. We really don't. It's been a great night. We got Hefe with us. It's a unique time. We're 3 sheets to the wind, and we're just going to keep plugging away here because we've got a few more things we want to get to. And we want to call attention to a very, very special listener. Two very special listeners because we need to. It just needs to happen.
It's time. Time.
It's totally time. So we're going to do that. But so we are going into overtime here. This is the 78.5 show. Fitz, let's go ahead and add our folks to the listener hall, the Hall of Champions. Let's go ahead and do that.
Yeah, I think it's well deserved. I think it's overdue. I think the time is overdue. First inductee this week, and again, it's not every week we're going to induct somebody. Although we have a lot of listeners out there who are so loyal to the show that we could probably do one every week, but it's not going to be every week because it needs to still be special. You can't get a treat every time you show up. But the listener this week that I want to mention is Bev. Bev has been in my life by proxy because she's been in my mother's life for over 30 years. And I'll have to check with my mom to see the exact time frame on that because it might even be longer than that. But she's just been a consistent client for my mom and somebody who, she makes an appointment. She says she's going to show up. She shows up, which is not always the case when you're in the, customer service industry. A lot of people say, yeah, I'll be there. And then they have to cancel for some reason. Bev just doesn't do that. So because of that, because of proxy and because my mom pimps out the show to everybody she can, because I'm her kid. And actually both of you, she talks about as, her second sons, especially you, Hefe. She's known you since you were, 11.
Yeah.
And she just loves the hell out of you, Steve, and your whole family. And so, we're all family and we're all her kids. And so she talks about the show a lot. And because of that, Bev started listening to the show because my mom was talking about it. And Bev is a older woman. She is willing to put up with our debauchery and our sometimes raunchy shit because she actually enjoys the content. And she has tried some new beers because of us. She looks up things that we bring up in the news. She's just one of those fans out there that you can't ever, replicate. She just truly has made the show part of who she is. She listens every week. And so why wouldn't we make her part of our Hall of Champions? She's just one of those special ones out there. And she's one of the people that we do the show for. If Bev, I have to tell you, if you were the only person that was listening to us every week, we would do the show for you.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely. So thank you very much, Bev. I can't say this enough. I've never met you. I look forward to someday being able to meet you. If you are running with Fitz's mom, you can only be the best of people. That really is how I feel. So this beer that I'm drinking right now, because I went and I got another Dark Side.
Good for you.
Another dark IPA. This one's gonna be for you. So thank you for listening. Thank you for the feedback. Thank you for just approaching things with an open mind. That's all we ask.
Cheers.
So Fitz.
I wish I had a beer.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that, Hefe. You know what we need to do, gents? We have got to record a show with all three of us in the same room, so that when we say cheers, our audience can they can actually hear us clinking, because we have had so much history of doing that together, and for us to be this far apart it's hard. It's hard.
It's bullshit.
Yeah, it really sucks. But it's also, I moved up here for a purpose. It's not been bullshit, but it still sucks.
Well, so we've got other things, and just kind of let other people know that we do have a few things that we're kind of working through. So you might be coming down to Tucson.
Yes.
I wouldn't rule out Hefe and I heading up to Oregon at some point for a few days. We still talk about going to Las Vegas, and anytime that we do end up getting together, it'll happen. I fully expect it to happen in the next year. I fully do.
Oh yeah, no, it has to. It has to,
in one way or another. That we're gonna fulfill that. So I have no doubt.
Hey, I know this is kind of off the cuff and like we're on air, so feel free to edit this, McShane. But what do you guys feel like having a segment on the show where we're planning some future date, some future trip to Vegas, but then we talk about Team Vegas and all the amazing people that we have found that we want to be part of our team when we go to Vegas? That could be a really fun segment of the show, where we just find, random things. And I'm not saying that we add in all of our commentary to Team Vegas. I'm just saying we add Team Vegas to the show notes and let other people make up their minds about why they're part of Team Vegas.
I'm all in.
What do you guys think?
I'm all in. I think what we need to start doing is start tracking who we're adding to Team Vegas, right?
Yeah, because
we need. I'll post something on the website. It'll be a Team Vegas, and then anytime we have somebody that we want to add on there, we need to add them in there, and so that they're just on that list. So
yeah, because we have. Well, I don't know what else to call them, but we have the backpack crew, right?
Cricket's goddamn amazing. He's such a happy little guy. He's a fantastic dancer.
And we also have the guy. We just have a lot of guys and a few women, obviously, to round out the group. But I just think it would be interesting to hear some commentary on, like, okay, great, you have backpack crew, but have you thought about, I don't know, like wagon crew or, Harley crew? Like, who could you tow on the back of a Harley?
So the whole point of this, just for the listeners, because you guys haven't been kind of read into the inner workings, the horrible things that we think about. So we want to put together this crew that we would go and we'd be more than thrilled to take to Vegas. Now this is totally not going to happen, but we're anybody who has, special talents, certain abilities that are just totally unique, different outlook on life that is just so special They need to go with us to Vegas. That's the whole point, right? Am I putting that in the right spin?
Yeah. I think so. Yep.
As nice as I can, anyway, because I don't want to keep us away from actually having to give people like vouchers to go to Vegas. I
think my goal is I would love listener participation in a little like inside track into the inner workings of Whiskey Hell. Like, why would we choose the Backpack Crew? Why would we choose Cricket? Why would we choose the drunk guy that spouts out amazing history stuff? Like, why are we choosing these guys? Because they're amazing. They're amazing people.
They're unique,
doing amazing things. Yeah.
That's right. And
will we be able to find all of our guys that we've got compiled?
No, we're gonna have to start over.
Yeah, but like that one guy, the dancing guy that put out the fire with his arm. I want that guy.
Oh yeah, for sure. Must.
So we can go back through 4 weeks of IMs or DMs, text messages. So we can get anybody within the last 4 weeks, but anybody past that, it's gonna be all off of memory. So we're gonna have to figure that out. But I also see this being a shirt opportunity too. Whiskey on the front, and then Vegas Crew on the back.
Okay, all right. Okay. Here's the culmination of all this. You guys ready? We put out a date maybe 3 months in advance so that people have enough time to plan. We put out a date and say it's Whiskey HellCon in Vegas, and we're all going to meet there. And here's the crew we're inviting, but you're also, any one of our listeners are invited. Show up, and we're going to fucking have a good time. We're going to record a live show with all of you. We're going to hold on. We're going to record a live show. We're going to go fucking gamble with you. We're going to go to a strip club with you if you want to go. We're going to spend time with you one-on-one. Bev, if you show up, I'm going to take you to a strip club, and I'm going to buy you a fucking lap dance. That's the kind of weekend it's going to be. It's going to be an amazing. It's Whiskey HellCon.
Dude, if we go to a strip club, McShane's going to get us kicked out.
Shit.
Now, instinctually, I want to say, no, it won't. I will not. Nuh-uh. But deep down, I'm like, I probably fucking will. I'll get tossed. You know what? Just let me get tossed. It's fine. You know what we need to do? We need to draw. We need to draw straws. Or, out of a hat, which listener has to make sure I get back to my hotel room. Well, that's what we should do.
Maybe. Okay. Nope. Scrapping that idea. Bad idea. Next.
I can't wait till we go to Vegas.
Dude, yes. There has to be, and there will be a weekend where I come down there and we do it up. But I'm sorry, Phoenix or Tucson, that's not that's not Vegas. So there will be a time when we're in Vegas and we're gonna just wreck shop. We're just gonna wreck shop. It's gonna be amazing. We've all learned from all of our trips to Vegas. I mean, I was talking to my wife a couple weeks ago, and I was trying to tally up how many times I've been to Vegas, and I said, I'm gonna say the low 20s, and she's like, "What?" And I'm like, "Yeah, probably the low 20s, maybe even closer to 30." And do you know how many times she's been to Vegas? And mind you, she was born and grew up in Phoenix, had the same experiences we had. She's our age. No, 3 times, and 2 of those were with me. She had only been.
Not everybody digs Vegas.
I guess.
We were going consistently like every 2 or 3 months for a while there.
Yep.
But you had a lot of different reasons why. I mean, you had, okay, let's go to Vegas and strippers and gambling, but you also had football tournaments, I mean, there was a lot of other factors that went
Kung
into
Fu
it, right?
tournaments,
Right.
other nefarious processes that Hefe doesn't want to talk about.
I never would have. Whatever, Bunny Ranch. I never would have. I never would have gone up to Vegas until you guys came. And I mean, the first time I went up was when I was freaking the fucking camera guy. Okay, for the fucking team. So it comes with the territory.
Well, I'll just put it in perspective. Since I've lived up here in Eugene, Oregon, I've been to Vegas more times than my wife had living in Phoenix, and I can't drive there.
Wow.
So, I mean, I guess you're right. You know, some people see it as like a draw, and some people just don't give a shit. But I think Whiskey HellCon needs to be a thing, and it absolutely has to happen in Vegas.
All right. Well, we'll give it a run. I mean, it's every man for himself. We're just gonna tell everybody we're gonna be there.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
We're gonna be there.
We're not doing anything special other than we'll let you know where we're gonna go, and you can go with us. That's it. Right.
Yep.
I
love it.
Love this. This zero commitment and total. Here's a flight we're taking in.
Yeah, and then here's the thing: if enough people show up the first year, then the second year we might have to sell tickets. You know,
right?
And then it'll just grow from there, because that's how Comic-Con got started. So
that's it. That's it.
All right. So are we talking about news stories here, or what are we doing?
Hey, so Coolio died.
Yeah. What the fuck? He walks through the Valley of Death, and he dies.
He was 59.
I had no idea he was that old. That blows me away because he seemed like he was like our age.
Yeah. For me too. But also in the same breath, I like that's me dying in less than 12 years.
Yeah.
Like I don't think I'm okay with that either. And can I just say, growing up in the 80s, 90s, early 2000s, like that was the influential years for who I am. I so wanted Coolio's hair. I wanted it so bad. I wanted to be, and I'm not saying that it would look good on a white guy because it clearly wouldn't, but I didn't care. I wanted that hair. I just thought, it was so ethnic. It was so okay. I've got this fro. I'm gonna braid it, but I'm also gonna let it be a fro. I'm also gonna let it just go wherever it wants to go. And I just so envied that. I wanted that, and I'm glad I couldn't do it because I'm way too white for it. But I have always looked up to him, and I always loved his rhyming. He had a very distinct rhyming style that I still have many of his songs on my playlist, and I'll never get over. And the clip that you're showing there, sorry, my dog's freaking out. The clip that you're showing there from Gangster's Paradise and the movie, that was such a perfect song to go with that movie. I mean, we all just got taken by that.
You know what I got last night? This is totally off subject. For the first time, I had someone told me I look like Tom Brady.
Oh, yeah, I can see that.
Tom Brady pre or post like facial surgery like he had in the off season.
I guess now, but do you know who absolutely loves Tom Brady?
My wife.
Well, maybe her too, but I'll narrow it down for you. She's in the Hall of Champions.
Wow.
Oh, Gretchen.
Loves.
Hey, was Gretchen at work with the night that I was there?
No.
Damn it.
She's off that night. Yeah. I would have totally. I thought of that. I would have totally had her meet you. But she was off that
I
night.
would have loved that.
I know.
The way you said that, McShane, it was like you were planning something really nefarious.
I would like. Well, I was scoping out the scene. I was as I do. Okay, I saw the full gamut of everything that was taking place there. Right, so I like to sit back and just kind of watch things. Hefe, you were fabulous that night, dude. You owned your domain no matter what table you were on. And I even sent you pictures, right, from how much you owned everything. And there were some other people that was, what's that?
I was just gonna say, cameras and video are not allowed in the casino, so I've never seen myself.
Yeah, where was your security? I guess they weren't doing a real great job.
Yep, there seems to be a lapse.
I think they're scared of you.
No, hey, I mean, a lot of people are. But I couldn't see everybody's names as far as the pit bosses go who were working that night. So I wasn't sure if maybe I missed Gretchen. I was looking for her. I totally was.
Yeah, she was. I totally thought of that too, and I would have had you guys meet, but yeah, she's off that night, unfortunately.
No worries. That's all right. There'll be another night. I really did enjoy that particular casino. I really did. I would totally go back there and just to fucking chill out. So is it better if I put a Google review or a Yelp review in for you? Just for you specifically. It's going to be so loaded and so over the top. And so it's going to be so awkward. And it latent homosexuality thing. I'm gonna reference Top Gun in it.
Oh yeah.
Is it which one's better for me? You know what? Fuck it. I'll just post on both. It's fine.
Yeah. Just do both. I don't know.
Yeah, that's amazing. Hey, speaking of Top Gun, I guess maybe we should talk about this on like the main show. But I saw Top Gun 2, Maverick.
Oh, did you watch it?
I did. We rented it. We have my fucking amazing wife. God damn it. I if marriage is a business deal, I literally made the business deal of the century. She's fucking amazing, but she's worked it out that on some, so like I'll send her stuff. I'm like, hey, I want you to order this on Prime, because she has the Prime account. And then she'll log into her account. She'll order the exact same thing. But what she does is go a step further, and she's like, okay, this one is $20.99, which is a totally made up price. And then she'll search, and she'll be like, oh, this one is $19.99 plus we get like this. X amount of credits. Yeah. And so she'll get that one. And so we have all these credits built up, which then apply to if we want to rent a movie. And so we got Top Gun 2 for free, completely for free.
Totally
we had like,
winning.
Yes, yeah, exactly, winning, like working the system. So anyway, we rented it, and it's fabulous, you guys. It's fabulous. It's exactly what you expect, and then beyond that, it's more than what you even want. There's a couple of scenes in there where they do stuff with the jets, and what's cool is they can do stuff with camera work that they couldn't do back in '84 or whatever when Top Gun came out.
Right.
And so you get these amazing shots of what aircraft can do. And I keep going back to, Tom Cruise said, this is a love letter to aviation. That's why he made this movie. And if that's the truth, man, he nailed it. He gets 5 stars from me. 5 stars. And it was phenomenal. And there's a really touching part in there with Val Kilmer, and it was right at the end of his life when they filmed this. And so I think he died like 2 months later after filming this. So
wait a minute. Hold on. He did not die.
Yeah, Val Kilmer's dead.
No.
Look it up.
Hold on. No. No, he's 62 years
Mandela-
old. He's yeah.
Mandela effect.
Maybe the Mandela effect is taking effect on me. I thought he
No,
died.
he's not dead. He probably should be. He can't talk anymore, and they're having to digitally oscillate his speech pattern in order for him to talk in a movie now. But
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
so that's
yeah.
I mean, he didn't actually. Well, he spoke a little bit, but it was it was like a whisper.
it's
wasn't
it's fucked up. Yeah,
because he's got the throat cancer. But
They gave his character throat cancer, right?
yes, they did. Yeah, and it's really just a really touching scene. It's like 15 minutes of the movie, but it was probably my favorite part of the whole movie about how he and Ice are like really good friends, and they've influenced each other's careers and all that. Anyway, I didn't mean to like completely go off the rails. I'm just saying, when you get a chance, fucking rent it and fucking watch it and just immerse yourself in it and just be okay with the cheese, because there's cheese. It's Top Gun. But there's also some really amazing cinematography. It's a cool mission. It's way cooler than the first mission, where you're just going to fly upside down and flip the Russian pilot off. It's way cooler than that.
So let me ask you this, because this has been a reoccurring theme on our show. Is it over the top, cheesy, patriotic, or
No.
is it just fucking cool?
It's just, no, I didn't find it over the top patriotic, which I'm really sensitive to.
You totally would have been. That's why I
Yeah.
was really curious. Okay.
No. It's just it's a cool. I mean, Jesus, if they'd have made this storyline the first movie, the first Top Gun, I mean, there's no movie that would have ever topped it. But
No shit.
yeah, but back then it was all patriotic and rhetoric. This one was just it was good.
So hard. That's so hard because Tom Cruise is so polarizing.
Oh, he's I wanted to hate him. I wanted to hate him in this movie. I wanted to be like, there's no way Maverick would look that good. There's no way Maverick would still be flying. There's no way Maverick would pull the fucking hot chick, which is here we are. Which is, by the way, what's her name from Labyrinth? What's her name? God damn it! Like one of my major crushes of all time. Blue eyes, dark hair. Connolly.
Jennifer
Connolly. Thank you. So that's his love interest, and she's fucking looks amazing. And
Tom
he
Cruise
looks
is
amazing.
60 years old.
Yeah, he's 60, and he looks like he's fucking 20, and it's stupid, but it's also awesome. And they play what they call it, wildcat football or something on the beach. So it's not volleyball anymore. It's wildcat football, and so it's like you have simultaneous offense and defense at the same time, and there's two balls going. It's fucking crazy, and I loved it. I loved it, and I wanted to hate it, and I didn't. And then you get to the actual. No, then you get to the actual flying, and there's a couple of scenes in there. I literally, even my wife, who doesn't know anything about aviation, and you both know that. I mean, I wanted to be a pilot my whole life. I wanted to be a pilot. I would have been a great pilot. I just didn't have the vision for it. But so flying, especially fighter jets, is like really near and dear to my heart. So discount what I'm saying, but even my wife was like, "Oh my God, that was breathtaking." I mean, there's some moves in there. There's some stuff in there that they show. It's just absolutely, you're like, and then on top of it, they're going through these like snow-covered mountains, and it's fucking sick. So anyway, I don't know even. Yeah,
I got a confession to make here.
All right.
I have not watched Top Gun in a long time. I had no idea Tim Robbins was in that movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah. Like I remember the character Merlin.
Yep.
But I don't remember Tim Robbins.
Yep.
Wow. That just blew my mind.
Yeah, and you want to hear a cool little side note? So my wife and I are really into The Walking Dead, and in the new there's all kinds of spin-offs, and in one of the spin-offs, Anthony Edwards is like a main character. And so he was on this show that was talking about all the Walking Dead and stuff, and so the host of the show asked him, like, hey, was it weird that Top Gun was coming out and you weren't a part of it? And Anthony Edwards said, well, yes, but no. He said, what was cool is they called me and said they're making this new movie. I'm not going to be a character, obviously, because I died, but my son is going to be. And so they wanted me to be part of the press junket. They wanted me to go out there and be like promoting the movie, even though I had nothing to do with the movie. But he said Tom Cruise did a special screening, rented out a whole movie theater for him, for Anthony Edwards, and all of his family to watch it, just them, to watch the new Top Gun movie. And this was back before COVID, like when it was supposed to come out in 2020, like early 2020. But then COVID hit, and so they delayed the release. But anyway, Anthony Edwards got to see the movie first with his family, and then he also was on this press junket promoting the new movie, even though he had nothing to do with it. So that's kind of cool.
That is really cool.
Yeah.
All right. So you convinced me. I'll fucking watch it.
Oh, dude, watch it. Watch it. I guarantee you'll love it. I guarantee it. Yeah.
All right. So we're like 47 minutes in here to overtime. Is there anything we wanted to get out of the way? Other than so we had Deadpool is coming back with Wolverine.
Let's do that, and then let's end the show. I think that's a perfect way to end it, because we're talking about movies, we're talking about Hollywood, and then this happens.
Hey everyone, we're extremely sad to have missed D23, but we've been working very hard on the next Deadpool film for a good long while now.
I've had to really search my soul on this one.
His first appearance in the MCU obviously needs to feel special. We need to stay true to the character, find new depth, new motivation, new meaning.
Every Deadpool needs to stand out and stand apart. It's been an incredible challenge that has forced me to reach down deep inside.
And I have nothing. Yeah, just completely empty up here. And terrifying. But we did have one idea. Hey, Hugh, you want to play Wolverine one more time?
Yeah, sure, Ryan.
And the internet broke.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm beyond happy. I'm beyond happy. I love the character Deadpool, period. Ryan Reynolds is fantastic. He's everything I could ever want in an actor, period. And he's I have the largest man crush ever on him.
Yeah. Yeah, agreed. Me too.
But to bring Hugh Jackman in as the Wolverine before Wolverine, I mean, when Wolverine died in Logan, I mean, that was like, all right, I don't even want to watch superhero movies ever again.
Yeah, that was tough. That was a really good death.
I mean, what do you do at that point? You just fucking give up. But now he's going to come back and he's going to. I'm so fucking happy. I cannot get any happier than what I am right now for that movie, the next movie.
Yeah, no, I mean the like when you said the internet blew up, it literally just broke. And then there were so many memes that came out, around it. I mean, Ryan Reynolds, he is like, for me, he is like the hardest guy to hate.
Oh,
right?
Yeah,
I mean, like, I can look at Brad Pitt and be like, dude, you're too fucking pretty, fuck off. I can look at Tom Cruise and be like, you're a whack job. You were part of L. Ron Hubbard's fucking bullshit, and you freaked out on Oprah, and like, you're crazy, you're insane. And you can just go down the list. And then you get to Ryan Reynolds, and you're like, "What is there to hate about this guy?"
There's nothing.
Nothing.
And you know what? And here's the thing, right? Jeff, are you still with us?
I am.
You are my personal Ryan Reynolds.
Wow.
'Cause
Wow.
you're fucking dapper. You're funny as fuck. Your outlooks on things are amazing. You grind like a son of a bitch in every fucking job that you do. You're a good person. I mean, you're a family dude. You take care of your kids. You are an enigma, and you are my personal Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah,
Well-
I second that.
I mean, all I can say is, you guys are lucky to have me.
Yeah, I just wish I just wish you had his billions at this point.
Yeah, me too. Like,
Jesus.
dude, yeah, can you just start making some money already? Did you guys see the David Letterman has that series out called My Next Guest Needs No Introduction. You guys seen any of those?
Yeah,
You talked about it before, but no.
Yeah,
Right.
no, they're really good. They're actually worth your time. I mean, and I would say this: if you like the person that he's interviewing, then definitely watch it. If you don't like the person that he's interviewing, then don't. I mean, skip that one. Like, there's some that I'm like, I don't fucking care about you, so fuck off. But
like if it's
the-
Kanye or a Kardashian, I'm not
exactly. The Kanye, yeah. But Jay-Z was an amazing interview.
Gonna watch it. Right.
Yeah, and so the one he did with Ryan Reynolds was just awesome, and I'll tell you why. Because Ryan Reynolds was in his house. His wife was. It's funny because at the end she shows herself, but she was like sick or something, so she didn't make herself known. So Ryan Reynolds took care of everything. He made dinner. They were cooking while they were talking about stuff. They were. It was just Ryan Reynolds being himself in his house. And like, you just get the sense of like, he's just a guy.
He's just a dude.
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just a dude who knows how to do a few things and is really, really good looking and is famous. But he puts all that aside to make sure he cooks enough food for his kids, for David, who's a guest in his home. It was a really, I guess, intimate, and maybe they planned it that way. I don't know. Maybe I just fell into their trap.
Yeah,
and
but
if that's so, I'm okay with it. But
there's
it was
worse traps to fall into, right?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it. But it was just a really intimate look into Ryan Reynolds and his life, and his fucking house is amazing. I want it. But it was just great. I just, there's nothing about him that I can hate. And when he found Deadpool, or when Deadpool found him, I don't know. But when that happened, that was one of those magical moments in the universe. Like, he was born for that role. And I will watch every Deadpool movie ever.
Yeah. And you know what? I started watching Wolverine Origins the other night. I stopped
so good.
halfway through it, but I am so glad that they rebooted the Deadpool part of it. Now, while Ryan Reynolds was fucking rad right then,
yeah,
the current Deadpool is so much more enjoyable. I need my Deadpool to be a little vulnerable, a little bit of a bitch, a troll.
Yeah.
Not a badass that gets his ass kicked like what he was in that one. So I'm beyond Jack. I'm beyond stoked for it. So I'm really happy.
The phase 5, I think we're in now for the MCU.
Yeah.
There's something called the I'm going to get this wrong, but it's something like the Chaos Universe, or the Chaos something. The Chaos is in there. But anyway, it's going to be bringing together. It's kind of like, Avengers Endgame and Avengers, when everybody came together. It's going to be like that, only with this new phase of characters. And Deadpool's in there.
Good.
Wolverine's in there. All these other sort of fringe superheroes. They're all coming together to fight this evil. And so that's coming soon.
They need to, because the current sucks dick.
Oh, yeah, it's terrible.
No, I don't even say, I want to say sucks dicks. It just sucks.
Yeah.
It fucking sucks.
Yeah.
So, all right, that is going to wind it up. A little bit of overtime for you guys. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being a part of the show. Hefe, thank you for sticking around with us tonight, man.
This was awesome.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
All right.
Fun hanging out with you.
That is going to wind it up. I'm Steve McShane.
I'm Fitz.
I'm Hefe.
All right.
That sounded really bad.
It sounded. It didn't sound bad. It just sounded a little gay.
We'll talk to you soon.
That will do it for this week's show. Shocking how long they last each week. Remember to leave a review, and thanks for listening.